God. There we are, we're live now. It had that circle of death. Just froze. My shit just froze, man. Alright, this is for all you service industry people. What the fuck are you doing? I need to tell you, I am a single man. When I go to a restaurant, there's several things I could do. I could spend $25, $50, $75 sometimes, especially if I like the place. I don't want to stay there. But you guys want me to just spend $25 and leave. Now let's look at what 20% of 25 is. 20% of 25 is $5. That's all you're going to get out of me. But if you make me buy $50 worth of stuff, now that's gone up to 10. And what if I like you? I'm willing to spend 25%, 22%. Listen, I know you hear this all the time, but where the fuck did you get off the bus thinking you can't hustle? Like, where the fuck did that idea come from? I've been in major chains. McDonald's has the best customer service in my town right now. I swear to God. In my neighborhood, like, you can't find a restaurant. You have to get on a bus and go to where the rich people are to find like people to give you customer service. My shitty neighborhood, no way. Like I'm this close to writing a scathing review about this restaurant I was at, but I won't, because I know how grumpy all the restaurant people are. Listen, man, I watch Andrew Tate just like you do. I know there's other ways to make money, and I want to figure out what they are too. Sometimes even like binge watching TV and watching video games and playing video games. But when you're at work, you better get to work, sucker. Like, what planet are you on? I mean, they say on the receipt how much tip you get. And I could decide not to give you 20% if I don't want to. Oh, but nobody will do that. They'll just give me 20% no matter what. Very disappointing to be alive. Because, I had a shitty week. I needed to go to a restaurant, and I can't have fun there because somebody's got to stick up their fucking ass, and they're like, whatever I am, they're expecting something else. I didn't make any YouTube videos the past 2 weeks. It was just so bad. And they can't fucking serve me, you know? We can't do it. I mean, when I walked in the restaurant, this chick was like, "How can I help you?" And I was like, "I wonder." Did I just enter? What a fucking moron. And I heard someone else say it at the bar, and I was like, "Don't you want to say, right this way? Let me show you where to sit. What can I get for you? A beer? I know it's really great beer. Try this." Nobody does that. Like, you have to, like, there was a father-son pair next to me at the bar, and the guy didn't even like football, but this bartender motherfucker, all he wanted to do was talk about college football. He didn't want to fucking work, and I don't talk about football, so. But I was so disappointed because he told the father-son next to me all about, the great stuff to eat on the menu and everything. He didn't do that with me. What an asshole. And then it gets even worse because you see, like, the manager, the owner guy talking to the person that, you don't respect because they don't know how to do customer service. You're like, so this asshole hired this asshole, and this is like a sinking ship. But unfortunately, I think a lot of the people in the restaurant industry who are owners, they have so much money, they just sit on it, and they can't be bothered with the details of their own restaurant. That's sad, because you have this big space. This wasn't a little place, but I did not feel welcome in there, and I was really pissed off. and I'm this close to writing a scathing review of them on my blog. So close. But this happens. This happens at a lot of snooty places. And, it's Thanksgiving. I mean, so maybe everybody's all depressed because it was just Thanksgiving. I don't know, but I was really not impressed by how untrained these people were. The poor bartender's talking about how he's married, and it's like, Jesus, man, you can't even make an honest living and go home to your wife. You have to talk about college football, like while you're manning the bar, and I mean, talk about bad attitude. I could run fucking circles around these fucking people. I've worked in a restaurant before. It sucks. That's why I don't want to go back to a restaurant. But Gordon Ramsay should come through my town and just clean up and show all these heartbroken jerk offs on TV because they're fucking. It's unbelievable who gets hired. There is a 24-hour. I'm not even going to say the names of these restaurants, but a 24-hour chain. You get breakfast there anytime you want, right? I went in there and I immediately complained to like corporate. Like I immediately found it. I was just like, this place sucks. There's 5 people here. I've been in here when there's 2 people and I've had better service. I mean, like the tables were unbussed. And when you saw the guy busting the table, he's slow as molasses. He's like, holy crap. I could finish this whole place in 5 minutes. Be sparkling. You just want to do the job for them, but they're so bad. It's just disgusting. And I understand DoorDash and shit. I understand you got to do the fucking takeout, but oh my god, shocking. These are my first world problems, guys. Like, but dude, if you're in the service industry, you're watching this, you're leaving so much money on the fucking table. This is like the Roaring Twenties, and you're leaving so much money on the table. I could have paid $50 today instead of 25, but I wanted to leave because it sucked. No one told me about the brisket. No one told me about the whatever that was so good. I was left to my own devices at a bar. So what an asshole. Like he literally like some man was like he literally started talking about football with some guy who didn't even want to talk about football. Because of that, he got better service because he was like engaging this asshole about whatever. Like he wasn't thinking about his job. That's all I know. I was just like, you're a loser. So much money you're leaving on the table right now. You don't know me. But that's what they do. They don't. They look at my sweatshirt and it's like, this guy. What is he, crazy? They look at that and they don't look at anything else. But I do. I walk around with blazers on too. That's a new thing I'm doing. I didn't do it today, and look what happens. You get treated like garbage. But all I gotta say is pick it up, man. You better hit the ground running if you're in the service industry, because you don't want to get fired when the economy goes to shit. And who knows when that'll happen? It could happen. Maybe it won't happen. I saw one video today where somebody's talking about like how like banks control you, and it's like old news. This guy's like bringing it up. He gets like all these likes and subscribers because he's talking about the apocalypse. Oh, they control everything. They just have a kill switch in the EV. They could just turn it off. What? Go put a gun to your head, pull the trigger, you moron. But people like to talk about that. But he has like no life experience at all. Like what I'm talking about is like life experience. I've been a waiter before, never been a bartender. But honestly, if that was what I was doing, I'd clean up. I'd be like, people are tipping me left and right because I'm kissing their rear end. And this work ethic that doesn't happen anymore. Fuck you, man. Like you got raised the wrong way. Your parents didn't do a good job because they didn't teach you any work ethic. And now you think you could have a wife and bartend and not serve anyone? You think you can have a family and like not work? There was 5 people at this other place that was 24 hours, and I swear I've been there many times where there's only 2 people or 3, like a manager, a waiter, a waitress, and a chef, and it's just like, it was cleaner years ago, but now they got 5 people working and nobody's doing anything. The tables were unbussed when I walked in Friday night. But, I'm talking about 2 places. I'm not gonna say what the names are because there's no point to, like, bash these franchises or anything. I thought about it, but you know who you are, and you need to pick it up. And I promise you, man, you're gonna make so much more money. I used to play a game when I was a waiter. I used to be like, "Hey, can I get 20% today?" And this is a place that didn't have the calculations on the receipt. And it must have been right before 20% became normal. 'Cause I was like, "Can I get 20% today?" And I played that game the whole time I was a waiter. And I hated waiting. I didn't like it. I quit that shit. But I did it. I did it. I played a game of like, how much tip can I get? And this, to see all these people, these poor people, they got their tips pooled so that the bum busser guy gets a tip too. And it's like no one has incentive to work hard because of the hippie tips, and you're pooling them all together. But I know of so many better restaurants I could just name out loud and that I could have gone to today. But it was 3 o'clock, so I was thinking like I don't know where to go right now at 3 o'clock because I know there's one place I could have dinner at 5, and it was like a 2 hour. Like I don't know what to do now. I know I want to be up and about, but yeah, so disappointing to go into like what is supposed to be a nice place. They got fucking $30 entrees on there. I got a normal $15 one and a beer. I got out of there. It wasn't good, but it's so noticeable to see somebody doesn't know how to customer service. You got to like be kidding to not want to do that and take people's money. Like you got to be kidding. Like all you got to do is smile and go, "Hey, what can I get for you?" And keep asking them, "What else can I get for you? What else can I have you tried this? Oh my god, you're gonna love this." I mean, it's so easy. So it's your it's the management's fault, and it's your fault for not wanting to make money, you know, and not using your time wisely while you're there at the restaurant. You need to use your time wisely when you're there and make dollar bills. So what? The tips are pooled. You'll be confident to go to like the next place. You have an interview for. You'd be like, "Oh, I worked harder than all those motherfuckers." Those lazy motherfuckers, man. I worked harder than all of them. I know how much tips I made. I made 25% consistently. I made 22% consistently. I was above average. That means something to be able to say that. Even if no one knows it but you, be above average. Give people something to remember so they'll come back and want to like have you as a waiter or a bartender again. But I haven't seen anything good in the this past year or two. And I know other people haven't either. But we're screwed as a country, it looks like. We're just screwed. Someone's gonna bomb us, you know. And I'm not really depressed. I'm depressed about other things that happened this week. I had a terrible week. And I was just trying to go do something that wasn't terrible, and it was terrible. I'm gonna have to take the bus to better restaurants. I mean, I can't go around my neighborhood anymore. It's just horrible. You know, but all these people who don't care, that doesn't help either. So it's like the last thing I want to do is order DoorDash. I mean, fuck that. I don't want food delivered. I wanna leave the damn house, you know? See how mad you're making me? So you better step it up and stop being such a little bitch. Because it's just a stupid job anyway, where you can make lots of money. I wonder what strippers do now. Do strippers not perform now? I mean, do they not want the tips either? I mean, it's you gotta wonder, should I go to a gentleman's club and see if they want dollar bills or not? Listen, man, it's a service industry, you serve. I'm a DJ. What am I supposed to do when I DJ? I'm supposed to give the people I'm supposed to serve up the hits or whatever the fuck they want. And the people that don't, they don't get paid, okay? If you don't give the people what they want when they show up on a Saturday, we're not talking about Monday, we're talking about, like, Fridays and Saturdays, and fucking people can't fucking step it up. We're not talking about Monday. Fridays and Saturdays, waiters and waitresses and bartenders can't step it up. They're so depressed to be working. It's not like they're working at I don't know. It's not like they're digging a ditch. I don't understand it. But, even with annoying people, you can make a lot of money being in the service industry. I've been tipped before as a DJ. It's just but if you don't do your job, no tips for you. You suck. But yeah, I know, it's hard, working so hard and all these annoying customers, I get it. So do something else, jerk, you know? But I think it's the manager's fault too, because the one I saw today, I was like, "Man, I just don't think people know what's up anymore." I think they're it's like, "Oh, we're so fortunate to have employees. No one wants to work anymore." I can run circles around all of you. I don't even know how to bartend. I do a much better job. Like, if you tried Guinness, oh my, let me show you. Like, I'll just give sample cups of Guinness out so everybody orders Guinness. Like the guy literally was like, somebody ordered a Coors and you know, he was giving shit by the people he was with, but the bartender got into it too, and he was like, "Oh, my dog likes better beer than you." He said his own dog drinks better beer than he does. And then he said, "My grandfather once said, if you're in a canoe on a lake," I forgot what he said. It was really crazy, but it's like if you're in a canoe in a lake, you know, like Coors, you're in a lot of there's a lot of water. But he was like telling some like the bartenders shouldn't do that, okay? You know, and fucking idiot. And then he was downplaying like a local beer, and I was like, "You're crazy! Like you're so stupid." It's like I hope you get fired, but I'm sure he won't. He'll still be there. He's got to take care of his wife, man. They got married yesterday, obviously. But I'm sure if his wife saw like his work ethic, to get a divorce. If she saw what I saw, they would definitely get a divorce. She'd be like, "Man, what's wrong with you, man? I can't rely on you to like make a dollar. Like, what if I have a baby with you? I can't rely on you to like, you know, can't rely on you in a pinch." And that's how it's just how horrible life is right now. Like nobody gives a fuck. I don't know. I've watched a lot of Andrew Tate. Like he talks about this stuff. Like he really knows what he's talking about. I'm not gonna lie. Um, like he doesn't just say things that are outlandish. He says really smart things. And he's right. The whole world's gonna fucking bulldoze over these people, and they're not gonna have a job. And they're like, "What happened to my job? You didn't work hard enough, so they went out. You went out of business, and you're a fucking moron." Like it's not a surprise when a place that, that you went to where people weren't working, like one day it's just not there anymore. It's not a surprise. It doesn't matter how big it is or small it is. If you're working for like a restaurant that's busy and has people in it, and you can't fucking step it up and sweat a little bit, oh, it's not a surprise that that place goes out of business. It's because they hired you by accident, you know. So remember that. This place you work at might not be there tomorrow, especially during these times. So you should be trying to make every buck you can. Like, I'm just telling you, like, I'm glad I'm not a waiter. Fuck, really am. But I know I could do it better than you. I really could.